let's also understand what exactly had happened on that fateful day. What you are seeing behind me is the time that it took place. At about 1:38 p.m., the aircraft takes off. This is the runway that you can very clearly see. The engine switch transition from on to off barely took 1 second. So that's something which at the moment is being investigated. The RAT was deployed. It confirmed total power loss. What you are seeing here is the timing that it took place. The engine switched to run, and then barely within 1 second from run, it went to cutoff. Engine 2 attempts to relight. The aircraft starts the descent. Everything was captured by a child actually who was standing very close to from where the airport was. The aircraft starts descending, and then in 30 seconds at about 1:39 p.m. you see the aircraft crashing. So this is the runway, the Ahmedabad runway, and we saw how within 30 seconds from the switch that went from run to a cutoff, we saw the plane crashing. This is the runway. You see the plane going on. The pilots were reacting. They were questioning the fuel shutdown that took place. RAT was deployed, which confirms that there was complete power loss. 12th of June, you see the aircraft going up, 1:38 p.m. The engines re-switched from run. Engine 2 attempts relight, but it failed. And then the aircraft starts the descent, and barely after 30 seconds, that was how much time it took place. The descent was happening, and then at about 1:39 p.m. After almost 30 seconds, you see the aircraft crashing. So this is exactly what had happened on that very unfortunate day. That is the 12th of June. My colleague Amit was actually at the site when the incident had happened. Amit, you were at the site. From what we are understanding, the black boxes, both of them have been recovered. The investigation is taking place. The complete investigation will be over, from what we are understanding, in the next 7 to 8 months.
Right, Aishwarya. In this particular case, the only fortunate angle that we are looking at in perspective of the probe, nothing more than that, is that the black boxes, which in this particular Dreamliner, by the way, are two set. So one unit in the around the cockpit, and the other unit being in the tail area of the aircraft. So two set of them. And both of these black boxes were actually brought to the national capital and taken to the AIB lab on 24th of June by the Air Force special crafts at different point in time in the day. And before that, it was actually kept under CCTV surveillance, under paramilitary force security as well, to ensure highest safety levels, as well as the sensitivity that's required in handling of such crucial evidence. Within span of 2 weeks, the entire data was first of all, by the way, there was a very technical equipment and crucial equipment that was flown into India by NTSB to assist the AIB to actually, take out the data and analyze it. So that particular equipment had to be brought in to India by the NTSB and given out to AIB. And after that, what we saw was the memory module of the black box was taken out, and after that the data was downloaded and the process of analysis had begun. Now if you go by the AIB report, the first report, the entire analysis process has been completed. But does that mean that this will not be further analyzed? No. In the process of, in the span of time, it will be looked at several points in time, because we had to look at the primary cause of what led to this particular situation. Also, as far as the ATC communication is concerned, there was very limited communication, or the cockpit, voice data that was concerned, because the airtime is basically 94 seconds, not more than that. So all of that has been, decoded immediately, but the entire previous data, there is what I'm given to understand, the data of around 4 hours are there, 2 hours of recording is also there. So all of that, because these are the data of the previous flights as well. So all of that will be also taken into consideration, decoded, analyzed as to whether this was, something that was a recurring issue, or something, other components which was actually indicating at this problem that might just unfold in Ahmedabad, and the compliance agencies and the airlines and the log sheet keepers were not able to note it down properly. All of that will be analyzed as well. And hence, when we say 7-8 months, that's the minimum window that we are looking at. It could be more than that, but certainly at least a sense of relief with the investigators would be that they at least know the primary focal point, and from here to look into other angles and components which could have actually led to this particular situation. Having said that, I would, also refer to 2012 case of Air India of Boeing Dreamliner 787 in USA, where you had a similar case of right engine not getting the thrust, and a thorough checkup took almost 9 months for the report to come out, only to indicate that a very crucial equipment in the aircraft was broken, because of which the thrust was not going to the engine. But in this case, we know it's the engine fuel switch which led to this disaster, taking life of nearly 260 people in Ahmedabad. Back to you.